So Ubisoft is basically destroying Assassin's Creed Valhalla and its entire player base at this moment. And this is especially because of all the microtransaction items that they've been adding to the game. And of course, having microtransactions in games is not a bad thing, but still it's very annoying when you can't really get any of those new gear pieces, new outfits, new skins that Ubisoft keeps releasing every single month or so. And players who actually paid $60 or even $100 and above for a higher edition of this game are actually mad that they're not getting any of these outfits, and they have to now pour in extra money in order to get all of these new skins and outfits and gear sets and whatnot. And at this point, I think Ubisoft has gotten to a peak where players are very frustrated from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And as of now, there are a lot of players who basically quit the game just for this one reason. Now, I have been reading a ton of you guys' comments on my recent videos, and I came across one of the comments from Angmortem, which actually did really hit me hard, because like she says, everybody wants to have new gears in the game when there's new DLCs or when something new gets added to the game, and there's literally no reason to do anything in the game at all. Doesn't matter if you want to do any side missions or play the game for longer hours, you're still not going to be able to get the new gears. And there's only a handful of gear sets that's available in the game, where you can unlock them by completing some of the missions in the game or doing some of the side quests, or even going to some of the hidden places and finding all the different gear pieces. And like she describes, it is basically you looking up on YouTube for a guide and then getting a certain amount of gear sets, which honestly at this point is utterly disappointing, of course. And the community is finally realizing that, and Ubisoft, I think, needs to slow down in terms of how many gear sets they're going to be adding into microtransaction stores at this point, because it's really frustrating to see that almost every single new gear piece, new weapons, and basically all the DLC items are being added to the Helix store, and you can only acquire all of those gear items if you start playing the game every single day by completing Raiders daily challenges every single day without having to miss any one of them. And still you don't have enough opals in order to get all the new gear sets, which is one of the biggest frustrating issues that Assassin's Creed Valhalla is currently going through. And I'm pretty sure that Wrath of the Druids, which is the first ever biggest DLC expansion that this game is getting, is also going to have a ton of new gear sets, new weapons, new mounts, skins, and whatnot that was already leaked a couple days ago. And all of these new items are of course going to be added to Helix store once again, and people who actually bought the season pass or the ultimate edition or gold edition by paying extra money for this game are once again going to be disappointed, because Ubisoft is only going to be adding a handful of new gear sets which is going to be available to unlock inside the game, and the rest of them, and which is mostly most of them, is going to be available through the Helix store, meaning that you have to pay additional money in order to get all of these new items, which is very frustrating. And if anyone from Ubisoft is actually watching this video, then please note this down, that the player base is not happy with what you guys are doing. And of course, I am one of those guys who actually does support microtransactions in certain games like Fortnite, for example. But when it comes to absolutely every new gear sets, every new item being added to the game as a microtransaction item, it doesn't really give the players any new purpose in order to play the game anymore and invest more hours and hours into this game, because at this point it's pretty much pointless to even play this game if you don't have any DLC content released. So what I would suggest is that maybe Ubisoft could start adding in some new quest lines, some new missions in which you can actually get more gear sets than what we get in the microtransaction stores. And that is the only way you can actually keep the healthy Assassin's Creed franchise alive, or I'm pretty sure that Valhalla is already failing in terms of pleasing its audience, and people are getting frustrated, and there are so many people who actually quit on this game, and I don't want to be seeing that. All I want is good for this game, and I want more people to play this game and enjoy this game as long as possible until there's a new Assassin's Creed game coming out. But until then, this is just a message to Ubisoft, just letting them know on what I personally feel and how badly I am frustrated about all the things that's going on with this game, man. I hope you guys fix it. So what do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me on this one? Let me know down below in the comments, because you guys, the community, if you guys go ahead and speak up in the comments, only then the guys from Ubisoft watching this video would obviously know what the community wants, because of course seeing every single new item being added to the microtransaction store is really bad, man. I'm starting to hate how Ubisoft runs their microtransaction stores. So please feel free to go down in the comments and write an entire literature on what you guys personally think about this take, because your opinions is absolutely necessary and is also appreciated. And like I said, if you guys want to see more gear sets being added into the game where you can actually earn them instead of buying them from the microtransaction stores, then please go ahead, drop a like on this video. Let's see how many of you guys are going to be supporting this this moment here. And also, if you guys want to see more daily Assassin's Creed Valhalla as well as all the upcoming open world games videos every single day, then make sure to go ahead, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on, and make sure that you guys are setting the notifications to all. Because if you guys don't do that, then the broke ass YouTube platform, man, what can I say? You guys already know about it. They don't send the notifications of my daily videos. So please make sure that you guys are turning it on. With that being said, I hope you guys have a blast of a day, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.